This is the Rico GR4, and in this video I'm not going to make it very long. I'm going to go over the menu and the things that I changed when I got this camera immediately, and also I got some questions about the profile using, and I'm going to tell you how to save different profile to different users on the top here. And also, I know my native language is not English, so if you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about later, please write me in the comments and I will be happy to answer you there. So let's just get started. First of all, a very quick look over the how the camera looks. So it's very similar to the old Rico GR3 and the Rico GR3X from the front. And you know, I hate when people go over every single dial and, you know, like, here's the battery and here's the memory card, which by the way is a micro SD card, which is a change. You also have internal storage, which is great. And you know what, let's go over real quick over the big things. So you got here the dials with menu, snap focus option, which we'll go through in a minute. It's a very cool new feature on this camera. You get the TV, the shutter priority mode, the aperture priority mode, program, and user 1, 2, and 3 in that order. And you change it by press this dial and change it. And I have to say, by the way, that it's much harder to change that than the Rico GR3X. I don't know if it's something specific on my camera, but it's just a little harder to twist this dial, but maybe over time it will get smoother. So the main thing that they changed from the Rico GR3X, which I'm very happy about, is this get rid of the ring here that I was pressing by mistake all the time, and changing the compensation, exposure compensation, to those dials over here, which is great. And that's pretty much the biggest changes over here. Of course, we got the customized dials over here and on the front, and the USB charging. If you have any questions about the mechanical part of the outside, you're welcome to write to me. I think everything is pretty much self-explanatory, so let's just get started with the menu. Right now I'm on shutter priority mode. This is the mode I use it the most on the street photography, and the first thing that I set on this camera is setting this FN button to go to snap focus option, snap focus distance, and which means I'm shooting in snap focus, and when I press this button and when I press it again, it goes back to focus mode, which is like the regular mode of street photography. But when I want to go to snap distance, I will go to that mode and half press the shutter to see on the left side here what will be in focus. You see it's from pretty much 5 meters to infinity. Whatever it's in that distance will be in focus in the photo. My exposure here is +3. I can change it over here. You can see the ISO, which I think I limited. Let me check that in a minute. And my aperture is right now flashing because it's underexposed. You know, you can't open the aperture more than that. And my shutter speed is 1/200. I have the histogram here, which is always on for me, and the ND filter is on. So just to let you know how I changed this dial to do the snap focus option, and you can change absolutely almost everything here to customize for whatever you want it to do. You go to the menu, to the C over here on the left, and then I change the FN button settings. I changed it to set the snap. You can see over here it's very clear which dial you're going to change. And let me just go through real quick on my settings. I think I left everything pretty much as I got the camera. I have the ISO button on the left, the drive mode, white balance button, movie. Okay, so the movie button on the side here, this one, I changed it because I never use movie video on this camera. I changed it to turn on and off my ND filter. It changed from on, off. You can look over here on the bottom. ND filter off, auto, and on. This is a very cool feature, and I also did it with the Rico GR3X, and I think it's so cool to have an ND filter built in. You must use this feature if you're going on a bright day. Don't miss that feature. And also you have two options on the button on the left here. When I press it like a short press, it's changed from the ND filter, as I said, but if I press it long, I set it to change my aspect ratio. You can change it to absolutely whatever you want. It's just fun for me lately to play with the aspect ratio while I'm going on the street and not just in post-processing. And if you didn't know, it's something cool and nice that I found out in making this video. So if you press the icon on the left here again and again, you just change the menu on that settings, and you don't have to scroll over way down or up. If you know something is on the top or on the bottom of this menu, you just press the icon over and over. Hope that was clear. So I got asked about how to save different profile on different users on the top here. So on the top you have the spinning dial, which you can save the users 1, 2 and 3 to do different thing and different settings. And I'm not really use that option. I like to change it when I do manual or aperture priority mode. I don't like to save everything, the profile, the color profile in advance, but let me show you how to do it. So just for the example, I already saved user 1 and 2, and now we'll do 3, and I'll show you how it looked and how to save it. So user number 1 here for me, save for retro. Just I'm not really using that profile so much, but it's just very clear that this is the profile that you see. So when I go to settings, I go to the C icon, and then you have the option of assign user mode dial. So let's say you are on a profile right now that you want to save. So I put the camera on retro, and then I go to settings, I go to the C icon over here, and on the first page it says assign user mode dial. I press it, and then what you will see on the camera, because it's empty, is user 1 empty, user 2 empty, and user 3 empty. And you just press one of them, whatever mode you are in right now, and then you can enter your name that you want to call it. I call it retro, let's call it also retro, I don't know why I erased that. Then press OK, it's saved, and now the profile will be saved. If I go to program, it's back to different profile, and now you see I go back to user 1 and it went back to retro mode. You can of course rename the user mode, you can clear them and start over again. You can set the exposure on the program, aperture, shutter speed, priority mode, snap focus or menu, the whole dial in front and in the back to do different things, and set the exposure compensation to be something else if you want. By the way, I shoot RAW plus JPEG. Someone asked me that in the comments, so I wanted to tell you that. And I use the Rico GR app, which I will do a separate video on. I have to say, I was expected much more after the Sync app was absolutely terrible in my opinion. The World app, the new one, is much better, but there are a couple of things that bugs me, like it disconnects all the time. If I want to download the big files, the big JPEG files and not the reduced size one, it just disconnects and I have to mark everything again and do it again. And for now, just transfer everything through the computer, and in the app I just play a little bit with some specific photos when I'm on the go. I hope it wasn't too long. If you have any questions, any thoughts that you want me to share with you, this is not a technical channel. I don't think that I do it every day. I just want to share with you my experience and help you, get to know your camera better and enjoy it more. That's my point, to take the camera out more. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video.